Vampires are gay! Hi, I'm Megan. Let's talk about stuff! So we all know vampires are like super sexy, and we have like the True Bloods and, God forgive us, Twilights, and we have all the Anne Rice vampires and so many others on so many different genres, even like in kid shows and like TV and movies and just like all over the place. Starting to happen to zombies, and a little bit werewolves too, but mostly vampires. I know the whole vampire fad trend thing is finally dying out a bit. It will come back every 10 years or so, and every time it comes back, it's even sexier and gayer. Most vampires portrayed in current media over the past 20 years or so have been seen as very sexually ambiguous. I think we have Anne Rice to thank for this, because with her vampires, they were either very sexually ambiguous or actually openly bisexual, or coded bisexual. For example, look at Louis and Lestat. They were a couple. Whether or not you see them as a bromance or romance, there's a lot of coding there that shows them as a couple who actually raise a child together. Vampires are very sexually deviant. This is mostly because, well, they're vampires. But this can lead to a lot of homophobic agendas, leading to political discussion. Vampires exchange bodily fluids, in this case being blood, which makes them a very easy target to talk about sexuality. As well, with sex, you exchange body fluids. But like, you know, blood's super sexy, right? And because they are these sexualized creatures who are unnatural, there is an obvious correlation with how people see the gay community and gay people themselves as being unnatural. But vampires have always been popular with all sorts of people all over the world, which is also surprising if people went back and read about vampire fable, as one of the very first vampire stories ever written was a lesbian. Carmilla, a vampire actually written before the Dracula stories, is a lesbian vampire who brought forth the actual writings of Dracula. It is said if Bram Stoker never read Carmilla, there would never have been a Dracula. And as we know, most of our current vampire stories are based on the Dracula stories, which means that they're all basically based off a gay vampire. And right now we have True Blood, which we have the God hates fangs statement, which is not even in coding anymore, and an actual statement towards the LGBT community. Vampires are one of our most visible portrayals of homophobia, but also one of our most visible portrayals of the fear of letting people in and seeing who we are, which is a great story for coming out. Mind you, vampires aren't necessarily the best correlation for gay people, but like, come on, they're super sexy.
Fuck! You curse. You and the others have a now quite famous band together, which was another factor that led up to you guys buying the mansion. Unable to drag them any further, you run inside and wake Chelsea. I don't want to get up, she protests, but you manage to get her out to help you.